searching for a server, and it is encoding.
For shame, I misplaced my kazoo.
For shame. For shame. Alright. Let's do this.
Hooray!
I actually don't have a music bot yet because I've been doing nothing but writing Tales and Twists and designing stuff. So I'm actually going to use Roll20 to DJ the session. You all
fair.
won't hear any background music. It'll mostly be for stream.
Fair.
And if,
Get my own background music.
yeah, put on something beautiful and soft because you don't have to worry about copyright infringement
Hooray!
and getting DMCA'd.
I was going to offer unsolicited soundboard encouragement on the music front, but I noticed that those are disabled.
In this channel, they are disabled because
That is probably for the best.
people in the community are welcome to sit in and listen to sessions while we do them live. And just when people join, I didn't want the Discord dun 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 like go.
Ah, yes, all the
if people
entry
like-
sound things that people like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That okay.
Makes
We are live. Welcome to welcome to the Ilderon Tales. Tonight we are playing Tales and Twists. It is a game that we have created. It is a collaborative storytelling game. Everything you are going to see tonight is going to be live storytelling. Cool thing, dice can roll in any direction. If you want to pick up the game, if you ask the bot somewhere in the description, there is a Discord link and you can join us and you can try it out yourself. If you're under the age of 14 and you're watching, stop and talk to your parents because this content is probably not going to be appropriate for you. And we have a new session tonight. This group is named question mark because I didn't have a greater plan when I put it together. I have no ulterior motives tonight other than hanging out with my friends. That said, we should still have a pretty fun story. We have a full party of 2 people. And I think I will give you each the opportunity to introduce yourselves. If you could say who you are and maybe like a sentence or 2 about your character, I will get into setting us up to start.
sounds good. Who do we want to start then?
I normally just go straight down Discord. And Somni, you want to start?
Works for me.
And Quarter?
I'm Quarter, and I will be playing Uspel the Mysterious, a sort of combination of sort of administrator and fortune teller, who most of the time like sort of balances between performing pondering the future and auguring fate, while at the same time for your crowds and everything, while at the same time trying to sort of barter, deal, and contribute to this charming caravan.
And I'm controlling everyone else. All 56 million people that are in Ilderon? I kid. Well, no, not really, but kind of. Alright, so tonight our story is going to take place in the world of Ilderon. If you are new here and you don't know what that is, there's a website, www.ilderontales.com. You can check it out and read all about the setting. There is a big setting primer about it inside of the Tales and Twists rulebook. That's fun. What I like to do for like the first 5 or so episodes of a campaign is just give cool little lore tidbits about the world. Um, and so tonight our story is taking place in the Kingdom of Heimsdale, uh, which is kind of actually a misnomer right now. Heimsdale had the longest reigning mortal king for the last little era of Ilderon's history, but actually he died a few years ago, and his daughter has taken over the kingdom, and it is a queendom right now. Um, but even more so, I think something really cool about Heimsdale is they border two really important things in the world. One, there is a nation of complete undead people called the Darkened Vale. And the other one that they border is this massive burning earth fire called South Sand. I think that's this one. It's this massive burning site of white divine fire that never goes out. It lights up the entire horizon when you're in the desert. And one of Ilderon's gods was actually birthed in these flames, one of the ascended gods, and she lives in Heimsdale and roams Heimsdale. And I think it also speaks to how you can, oftentimes in most parts of Ilderon, go about your daily life and bump into a god doing their thing. Immortal ascended goddess of fire, Soyessa, just right out in the eastern part of the country. Yeah, she's definitely got some unaddressed issues that would be better worked out in therapy, and not having a endless parade of followers worshiping her. But you know, we make the world. We don't get to make perfect people all the time, and that's the fun part about it. And I think probably out of all of the Ascended, Soyessa is the most imperfect of them. Mortals can sometimes become gods in this setting, and she is one of those people who is just a lady fighting for her life, fighting against a injustice, and her vengeance kind of brought her back into godhood when she died. Fun. Anyways, tonight's...
Can I give my favorite fun fact about Ilderon?
Sure.
There are no periods.
I feel like you're gonna make me explain that on stream.
As far as biological function goes, there are no periods. We don't need them. It's great.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. For anyone who's ever interested in why that lore tidbit exists, feel free to join the Discord and ask me, and I will gladly ramble how I came to that thought. Anyways, tonight's session is actually going to take place in the nation of Heimsdale. And let's find us a nice little... Let's find us some nice little starting music. We are in the city of Swordhaven, right here on the coast of the nation. Swordhaven is this bastion in the southern seas. It is the capital of Heimsdale. It is the biggest port in this region, and it started off as this colony and almost war front that was just fortified over and over and over and over again. Walls built, tiers of the city built, over and over and over again, until Swordhaven itself was its own functioning city-state, and eventually the rest of Heimsdale kept growing on around it in like these eastward expanding layers of a nation. And the city of Swordhaven reflects that, as you can see each individual layer wrapping around the next and just forming these crescents, all looking out towards the bay, stacked up on top of each other and cascading upwards and eastwards. Our story tonight takes place in the region of town known as Siege Tier, and a interesting note to me that I just found out when prepping this campaign is a group of cranes is called a siege. And as you look around in this section of town, these are where all of the dry docks are for most of the shipbuilding within the city, and a lot of the mercantile factions. A lot of the production is centered here in this siege tier, and just rising over and looking out towards the bay. All of these different cranes are set into the city. You all are enjoying what is a somber and kind of a joyful. It's a heartfelt lunch with your former cavaliers, as you are all sitting outside a restaurant within the siege tier. The pleasant aroma of seafood and the different just seaside dishes that Swordhaven is so keen to cook are as wafting out. The different tables of your group, they have rented out this whole space, and it is a celebration, but it is somber in so much as you all are part of a traveling caravan. It is renowned for walking the fire road through the Duraeus Desert, from Swordhaven up to the Clutch, back and forth. And it has been running for years upon years upon years, bringing supplies to wayward towns on the far edges away from ports, bringing entertainment and news to logging havens centered around distant forests, bringing food and water to towns on the edge of the desert, of just this, and across that entire way, entertainment the entire time. The people who run that caravan, Basil and Alora, who are the parents of Mama Jai, are retiring. They have retired. They have paid all of their employees a pretty healthy, have paid the employees a pretty healthy, like, final package of there are no more routes of the caravan. They gave their caravan to their daughter, Mama Jai, and what's left of the company. People are just meeting up here, talking about the good times. There are some merchants here that you have all done business with before, that often sold things here. The actual ceremonies and stuff for ending and finishing things were yesterday, and this is more of just kind of like an after party and like a last hurrah before people start leaving town, getting on boats, and going their separate ways. And you've all, out of the people that are here, let's get some people placed. So, Mama Jai, let's start with you tonight. As people, you are at a, like, This is kind of an outdoor dining area that this restaurant has set up for you all. It's a half brick wall going around it, and not much separating you all from the passing by road going down the slope into the rest of the tier and into the rest of the city. As you are out here, with a glass of wine, Merark and Laura, two of your mother's and father's Cavaniers, are going to approach you. These specifically worked as your caravan guards. And Merark is a Pelori man. He's got pale green skin, but it has tanned over the many years of walking through the Duraeus desert. You can see, where the straps of tank tops and things that he's worn of different clothes, just where those lines are just permanently different underneath his skin, as he wears a wide open vest, just chest bare. He can enjoy the seaside air of the capital. It's not venturing into, the heat of the desert. And he's going to raise his glass and say, Jai, a word, if you will. I know your parents gave you the old wagon, which we never named. Did you want to name your wagon? Okay, yeah. The old wagon is the name until you all give me a different one. And he's gonna say, I know your parents gave you the wagon, but Laura and I are done. They gave us enough money to start a trade within the city, and we're getting a little old to walk the fire road for another 10 years.
We'll miss you, Merrick. I'm glad you and Laura are gonna have a good place here. Glad to keep someone nearby, Mom and Dad.
Laura is holding on to Merrick's arm, and she looks a little concerned. And internally, how is Mama Jai handling this event where she's essentially having one last hangout with all the people she's clung to for all the final years? And I think Laura's kind of like knows some of your deeper insecurities, and that this could potentially be very sensitive. And she has that very thin kind of social smile of like, please take this well.
Mama Jai is devastated, but I think knowing that she's going to be in charge now and knowing she wants to step up and lead the caravan, she's trying very hard to be unbothered by it and just react respectfully and kindly and not show how just horrible it feels to have so many of the people she's just somewhat grown up with be leaving.
Laura is gonna say, you could stay in the city too. Find a place, settle down. Meet the right person.
You know that the caravan is my life. My mic is not working. It's picking me up through your mic, not mine.
Okay. You wanna try again?
Oh, you have me muted, that's why.
Yes.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, the caravan's my life, and some people want to stick with it too. I can't just leave them. After all this time just working for Mom and Dad, it's about time I set off on my own,
Merrick is gonna look in his bag for a second, and And he's gonna pull out 100 sea coins in a pouch and say, it's not quite right. Your parents did us all so well, and they set you up for failure. I left you that damn unruly camel hound. And...
Hey now, Aphrodite is wonderful.
and Laura's gonna say, oh no, she's the worst. She's the worst one we've ever had.
She can be both.
Merrick is going to hand you the 100 sea coins and say, I'll never forget our travels, and I'll never forget what your parents did to me. Get a proper draft horse on us.
We'll see. Thank you. If we're ever back in town, you better come see us, okay?
Of course, I wouldn't miss the next show for my life. And while you're chatting, let's pan over in the same area to Uspil. Uspil, like I said, you had the option to be bought out of whatever contracts you have with the caravan. And I think for whatever your own reasons are, you chose to stay with Mama Jai. And what would those be for you as to why you're still here and still going to be here tomorrow?
I have a lot of reasons. The reasons that I'm going to tell people are not necessarily the same as there's an overlap, right? The whole thing is this falls into a Venn diagram for Aspel. The chiefest of them that he will actively describe is the fact that while it is daunting and he doesn't necessarily feel ready, this has been his home. He loves it. He wants to see it continue. He's not ready to settle down. That's the crux of it. There's something splendid about the night sky and the desert. It's a little more honest. But actually, there's a question. Are we talking deepest, darkest secrets here? Because I could just lay that out.
No, we're not. We're just kind of overviewing as we zoom into on the other side of this cafe near the street, sitting at a table. I think Uspil will still be doing his job, in so much as this party is going on. Uspil's still meeting with local people who have news.
Yes,
and
that is an important thing.
Yeah, would have leads for jobs and stuff. And you're at a table with a man named Kanal. He is not one of the caravan's employees. He's just a distant who's it contact for when you came to town to help arrange shows. And Kanal is going to say, I've been trying to break into the theater business myself lately. You all should base your next show on me. I'm telling you, it would be riveting. I've got such an exciting life.
Go on.
I've got the story of a lifetime. Some who's it nobody kid, a mountain of debt as tall as a castle, a dream, talent. Every time I try and do something, I'm fighting off people left and right, coming by assassins, debt collectors. The entertainment business is where it's at. I don't know. Sky Queens always get stories and theater shows about them, but myself, I'm kind of a saint.
So you say. You certainly sound like you've led an interesting life. Maybe you could tell me more about some of your more recent tales then. Some of your more recent goings on.
Yeah. So I've got this gig lined up at a noble estate. It's just gonna be a garden party, and when I was as he's getting into this and kind of giving you some of the details, the juiciness, the gossip, like, um, mostly what Kanal does is he would be it. This is hard because you're Australian, so I can't use American references. But you know Vegas, right? Like everybody knows America. Vegas.
I was born in America. I'm not
cool.
Australian at all.
Oh, UK. I'm so sorry, Quarter. My brain farts.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I find
okay.
it very interesting where people think I've ended up.
Well, see, you always hung out when we met. You always hung out with the Australian people who played Tim, so you were always on their timeline whenever we talked. So my brain associated you with like, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's my fault. But no, yeah, like, as he's talking, the equivalent for Connell would be he's kind of like a talent manager for like the Vegas Strip. Just finds nothing kind of small performers for random rich people and stuff. And just
Is this just a reference to that one movie?
it's funny that you say that because as he is talking, he's walking next to you all on the street, a few feet away. There is a cloaked arcanist carrying a large scroll, and Connell's going to pause his story, looking up and over as this boy, really teenager, in the wind kind of flaps and unwraps and just kind of like flaps out to the wind this large golden gilded scroll, and he says, Connell? Connell says, who's asking? The boy begins chanting from the scroll, and we are going to introduce our first banner. So the cool thing about Tales and Twists, narrative obstacles are presented as banners that you can interact with in any way that you so choose. And it kind of just says like what's happening on screen and gives you like that juicy ways. It says what's happening on screens, and there's a way for each banner for you to remove, but you can interact with it however you want. Generally, banners are good for me and bad for you, and aiming to remove banners really quick is half of this game. So as this boy begins chanting, he says, actually, hold on. And he turns the scroll upside down. And the banner, the world's worst assassin, is in play. What rune is on this spell scroll? Is that Chas or Eos? Oh, it's upside down. Okay.
Goodness.
As he starts chanting,
are you going to keep interrupting us? I'm busy.
This storm of arcane energy is building behind him, taking shape into 1,000 bolts that are all aiming. The world's worst assassin is in play, the banner.
Yeah, of course, right?
As he keeps messing up this spell scroll, whoever gave him this thing, it is elaborate and powerful. The energy is pooling, sparking, and violent, using any actions that have the arcane, curse, divine, or nature traits. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't finish writing that out. Using any actions that have the arcane, curse, divine, or nature traits will destabilize the energy and cause rolls on the chaotic manifestation table. If you want to remove this banner, get out the way. Otherwise, yeah. As you say, don't distract us. He's gonna say, just 1 second, hold. Ish.
No. At this point, I have stood up, and I am going to push him back and try to, like, I'm genuinely just gonna, like, shove him to the ground. I want to stop him from reading this thing. That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
The assassin is a ranged stage away from you.
Oh, he's a ranged stage away from us.
Yes. Okay. So, currently, Connell is in touch of you. The assassin is in close. Do you want to leap out from the table over the brick wall and into the street at this kid?
Yeah, so let's just set the scene here for a moment here. Okay. We are sitting down at a table by a cafe. This person's first just from the road, I'm assuming, right?
Just walks up and says, Connell? Yeah? And just
cool. And at this point, basically, if I'm examining your standard sort of court for a cafe, they basically have just walked into the front past the greeter, or like into the little sort of table area bit. And
this is an outdoor area.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
When I meant court, I meant it very informally.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, in that case, if there's not even, like, a gate or anything like that, yeah, they, like, deadass just walked up to us on the street. They are, what, like, I want to say about 10 feet, 5 feet away?
10? Yeah, 10 would be fair.
10 feet. Okay, cool. Awesome. In that case, if they're 10 feet away, I'm just going to roll my eyes and storm off, grabbing my boy here and sort of tugging on him insistently.
Okay.
I can't hear a word of what you're saying with this imbecile nearby. We need to get out.
Mama Jai, there is a storm of arcane energy building by the road. You see Uspel and his contact moving away from it. What would you like to do? I'm going to give both of you a moment. I think Porter and Connell are taking cover. Everybody else around you is running.
What is the range I can use a sensory trick?
I don't know if it's listed on that.
It's not.
Yeah, you're the first person to ever ask that. Cool, we're still playtesting. Let's see. How about sensory trick within far?
My goal is, it lets me move a small object. Can I pull the scroll from the guy's hands?
I will allow that as a, contested check against his contest die. Your contest die against his.
But also it does have the arcane trait.
Yeah, and I am going to make you roll in the chaotic manifestation table. So, as you try and conjure a sensory trick to pull this scroll out of his hand, the magic around you sparks, and from several miscastings of whatever this spell is, the energy this kid has conjured is going to take shape. Roll a d20.
Here we go.
Okay. And this cannot revelate. A 15. Ooh, that is actually good for you.
What a relief.
All right, so you rolled me against his contest die. He does beat you with a 4 against your 2. And as you conjure that energy, it just doesn't take shape in a way that is at all helpful to you, as instead your spell reflects, sparks, and reshapes around you. And you become a wind elemental for a short duration. You are translucent and your body is a breeze. You can fly poorly and squeeze through any gaps that are not Quarter, for Uspill and Connell, you run inside to get cover. Yep. And Connell is gonna say, "This is why I'm telling you, you have to base your next show on me."
Well, you're certainly proving yourself to be entertaining. Come on now. What we need to do is get... is there a back door here? I'm really going to scan the back. I want to put as much distance between myself and this guy as possible. I may not look it. I'm game facing the fuck out of this. I am shitting bricks. But we are maintaining our air of mysterious calm. If we act above it and act like they're an idiot, then then the damage isn't gonna get done. It's fine. It's all fine. So what I'm actively doing is just scanning the back. Basically, I want to literally just take this guy through the kitchens.
All right. And I think that is a good idea. As you start taking this guy through the kitchen, what I will do is there are 100 checks coming at Connell. And I'm going to give you 20... No, that's not fair. 10 at a time.
Oh, God.
You don't have to roll against these. These are all against Connell.
Yep.
And he has to beat every single one of them. That is a success, failure, failure, failure. Okay.
How hard does this man melt?
Oh, you guys start running. You know what? I will let you add your story die, to 4 of these, and then I'll keep going. And this can revelate. So go ahead and roll your d4 4 times.
Yep, sure thing. Absolutely.
I don't actually think that unless you revelate on your second roll. Okay, so that's 1. He still fails that. That's fine. You need to revelate. Okay, that's fine. He's still alive. Go ahead and roll one more time. There you go. That's a revelation. But you have to beat a 10 on this one.
So remind me what a revelation is.
Your story die goes from a d4 to a d6. And then you roll the d6 and you add it.
How do I do that again?
Let's see. Uspill. So if you hover over... which die did you set as your story?
It's funny because I set those earlier, but I typed those out in the thing and then they vanished. I don't know how that worked. No. I still remember which one is which, fortunately.
Okay. Which one was your story?
My story die was passion.
Okay. I'll just put that right there. Story. Boom. And if we hover over, we can set dice. Right click, left click. Boom.
Oh, it's the step up. There we go. I keep clicking the plus. I made the same mistake last time. Here we go. 1. A big fat
he dies.
No, and dies.
So as you two start running through this kitchen, all of these bolts are going to take shape into a half of a ghostly horse that starts stampeding forward through the building. They pass through walls, but at people and things they trample over, and he gets knocked down by the first one, or he dodges the first one, knocked down by the second, trampled by the third. As you try and help him get to his feet, a fourth one passes straight through him, and he just kind of arms forward, like abdomen back, slow motion for a moment as like whatever life force is left in his body is pressed out of him as he falls to his back.
I'm going to check his pulse quickly, but then
all
after
of these
that,
forces are aiming for his body. So if you guys stay away from him, they all.
Oh shit! Okay, I can't get near him then. And like, if it's obvious he's being riddled to death, then I'm just going to wash my hands of this and storm back out towards this asshole with a scroll.
Yeah, and he's gonna say, "Did I get him?" Is he
I
dead?
am going to grab him by the scruff of the fucking neck, slapping the scroll out of his goddamn hand.
It is burned away. There
Good.
are only
Good.
remnants of it.
Good, that's fine. I should have just pushed this out of his hand
I
in
would
the
like
first
to
place.
approach too.
But
as a wind
no,
elemental.
we are flinging this man against a table, and I am going to say, do you have any idea what you have just done? Did you do this on purpose?
Yeah, I was hired. Oh wait, I don't think I'm supposed to say who hired me. I'm sorry.
Since
This is
you're
my
an
first
imbecile,
assassination.
you might as well be out with it.
Give me a reason check with impassioned.
Excellent.
And I think reason uses your story die. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you blow up, Quarter.
Beautiful.
You do have to beat a 9, and you beat it. That's a 10. Or well,
I'll
let
even
you
do that with the latest die. Sorry.
Yeah,
That was
I'll
me
let you
trying to
keep
get
that
the menu.
4. But you were supposed to roll a d8. Do you want to re-roll it, or do you want to take
Oh.
the 4?
I'll take the 4.
Okay. And your die does become a d8. As you do, he's gonna say, "Hey, I'm apprentice to Vexor Callister.
Do I know this
The-
Vexor Callister?
I don't think you've heard the name before.
Okay.
It's gonna say, he works for a money lender in town. Connell's stiffed him several times.
You will tell me exactly where to find this man now.
Yeah, of course. And he'll point down to a region of Bastion Port. And he'll let's give a road on Bastion Port. How about Reldian Road? Reldian Road, and we'll call it the Poacher's Den.
Okay. We are going to ominously, like, usher gusts of winds around this, pimpled little fuck. As
I can do that.
Oh yeah, no, perfect, because it's like you're still an elemental, aren't you?
I'm a wind elemental, and because I'm Jukaiori, I can add water to my move action. So like I'm approaching is just this rainstorm.
That's beautiful. I'm just gonna take this and roll with it, as I will then say, you have done a great ill today. I swear to you, while this remains unavenged, while your soul remains tainted, you will find no respite. You will find no peace. You will do everything in your power to right this wrong, this injustice that you have committed.
He's gonna say, okay, well, I'm supposed to run before the city guards get here. So
You will do no such thing. I'm just gonna keep him pinned.
All right.
Deadass, if he tries to struggle away, I'm not letting him go.
He will roll a move action against you to try and get away. So you do have to give me a contested move action.
Cool. Is that going to be based off of my?
Surprisingly,
Is that world dice again?
Surprisingly, move action is story.
Oh, based. All right. Well,
you're trying to beat a 9. And what's Mama Jai doing in this?
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
If this little snot actually manages to slip him, I'm gonna try and like knock him down with wind and water.
Oh,
Okay,
trust me. The next thing I'm doing, if this guy gets out of my hands, is I am cursing him. You remember how I picked that up?
Yep.
The kid is going to...
Wait, where did all of my picks go?
All of your pigs?
picks, like the abilities that I chose for this character are gone.
Wait, hold on. Yes, I see that.
I have no recorded anything on this sheet. I wrote all of this out.
Hold on. Yeah, let's see if there's another us spill.
Is it possible that I just forgot to like press enter or something? Because I wrote like all of my questions and histories are there. But like the only things that are missing are like all of the abilities I put down for him.
Yeah.
I can quickly double check that. I remember what I picked, fortunately.
Let me see real quick if I have a backup.
I'm very
of
sorry
yours.
for this to have happened.
No, probably not your
It's
fault.
fine. Fari is just a little wonkadelic. I don't think I
I see.
backed up your characters, which I'm going to be kicking myself if you're the one group I didn't back up. Because I had been backing up everyone's characters in case something like this happened. And I hadn't had a problem like this before, and this is the first time this has happened.
Hooray! We've got another first this session.
Okay, I'm gonna do the thing, and I'm going to back up your characters. So I don't have a backup of us spill.
That's all right. I have a good recollection of what I picked. Fortunately.
Do you remember what you picked? Because I can give you pointers on what stuff immediately does.
Well, yeah. So very like, I mean, I'm literally just running down to the curse that I picked, because it was the Hex of Elements, very specifically.
Okay.
And at the moment, I am absolutely if this little slime bag gets away, I will absolutely express my disapproval.
Okay. Yeah, he is going to start running as you stroke, or as you both fight to hold onto his collar. He does that just stupid little kid thing that they do where he just slips out of his shirt. It's not much bigger than a stick, and takes off running. Yeah, go for it. Give me a clash action against him. I am not cheating, you guys, and my D10 has rolled a 9 3 times in a row.
Ain't the goddamn life. That's all right, because I am officially performing the Hex of Elements on him as I bellow out, stand still, worm, or the winds will do it for you.
You revelate that?
Anything involving wind will gain a push 3 against him. Air, specifically. My bad. There we go.
Set die? Yeah, there you go. Alright, what you roll?
9.
That 5 revelates. You have push 3.
I have push 3?
Yes.
Yeah, I gave you push 3. You're welcome.
I missed that. Thank you.
Yeah, you beat his 9, so roll me a D8. Revelation. That is a 15, as he's just gonna say, I will see. And as he turns to start running, Mama Jai, you reach forward, the wind completely leaving your body, your form reforming as you reach out, and just kind of this wind elemental shaped form of you grabs his leg and pulls him back before it disperses. And it isn't until much longer that the city guards are going to get here. They look at the... they're going to see, you know, the mess this kid caused. The building's still standing. And what are the two of you doing?
The moment that
Hey,
they are...
Who's this?
Hmm?
Who's
Oh,
this?
This. Go ahead, tell us. Go on. I'd never gotten your name. He was sent here as some half-wit assassin. Unfortunately, he was just good enough to do the job.
I want to like hold him by the, just like grab the kid's shoulder, and remember, Mama Jai is kind of huge.
Yeah.
I'm using scary dog privilege and just be like, "You were trying to go after one of my men?"
And he'll say, I'm Chalum, Chalum Callister. I was sent to collect a debt.
Oh, that's bad business to be getting into, boy.
Home owed money to some wizard, apparently. Or a moneylender that employs them.
My dad.
Your father sent you to collect debts?
Your father sent you to kill someone?
Chalum is going to just like, as you all are like, just scary, huge, tall adults around him, and he can't be more than 13, maybe.
As soon as he says that, though, I am dropping the scary act completely.
Yeah. He's
I'm not.
He's going to say, I'm sorry, I just did what I was told. The guards are going to reach forward. Two of them gonna say, we'll take him to the Queen's dungeons, and the body,
it's
the
in the
lady
kitchen.
nods to her partner, and she's gonna walk by and say, okay.
I'm gonna go grab the kid's shirt, make sure that gets back to him, and just like grab some bread off of one of the dinner tables. Just like, here, get some meat on those bones.
And he's gonna say, thank you. Well, I'm sorry about your friend. Thank you. And the guard who is holding him is gonna say, you're gonna have a long time in the stockades, kid. Luckily, the Queen can be merciful at times.
You should be looking for the boy's father, not him.
I know precisely where it is. The boy was kind enough to tell us. I will repeat the information that you gave me that has gone in one ear and out the other.
Yeah. If you guys want to walk with these guards to the local barracks, you can talk for a while. They're going to put the kid in a cell before he is transferred to the dungeons.
Oh, well, I mean, realistically, what I would recommend here is, like, you know, if we're going after the other dudes and like the actual people who set up this hit, do we have enough guards here for a contingent of them, or at least one or two to come with us, while the rest deal with the 13-year-old boy who probably doesn't require more than one guard?
In this barracks, actually, I'll roll a d8 of who's all stationed here.
All right.
Unfortunately, Heimsdale is stretched very thin right now. Not only are you guys unlucky, and you get a 1 on that die, of people, in the period of Ilderon's history that we're in, some big world-shaking events have just happened, and Heimsdale is surrounded by enemies on essentially every border. Pretty much anyone who's someone has been conscripted, sent out someplace. And so the city is functioning with what's essential. And I would say, like, other than the dungeon keep here, or the dungeon master, warden. There we go. That's the word.
What a strange title to give somebody. Who would ever want to be called a dungeon master?
Yeah. Other than the warden here, most of the guards that are stationed here are out patrolling the city. in so much as there's, other than the lady who's taking down your statement, and I'm gonna give her the most copy cop thing. As she's working, she does have a tuna sandwich in her hand that she's writing with the quill with one hand and eating as you're talking. It's like, all right, down on Reldian Road, we'll get investigated, and that's in Portmaster Akaisa Niren's territory, so she might have some people that she'll send there.
I see. Very good.
And this lady will roll a check to see if she knows who you are. After you're done giving her the information of everything that happened, and filling out whatever she asks of you, and she's reviewing everything of like, okay, so a party for oh shit, your wagon or your crew came through my town a few years ago. You guys are retiring?
Oh, no. You're actually speaking to one of the proprietors, as a matter of fact. Mama Jai, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I don't imagine I'm well known. I don't perform myself. But yeah, Mama Jai will step forward and be like, oh, come on, Uspel, you do as much as I do. But it's true, we're going to be running the new caravan now that the older crew are taking a break.
If I was doing my job, this wouldn't have happened.
Oh, come on. We all have to relax once in a while. Don't beat yourself up.
No, the only thing I'm beating myself up over is the fact that Orin's credit rating is so abysmal that this happened.
The guard is going to speak up and say, honestly, Swordhaven's been getting more dangerous lately. I'm going to put in a letter to the Queen to see if we can get some more funding for recruits. I'm surprised Connell lasted as long as he did. She's gonna look through and say, we don't keep as well of records as they do like in a Lilnagai, but I see at least several mentions from other barracks of assassination attempts against him.
He was very vocal about them. It was, he led a charmed life. Apparently not enough. It's very unfortunate. You said that there's been other incidents like this? Has something happened to make Swordhaven less safe?
Pirates to the oh yeah, you guys travel. You probably haven't been in town for a while.
Part of why we're here is to get more news and of the goings on, you see.
Kraylor's fists fell to the to bandits from the clutch. Pirates roam the eastern sea. Every ship needs at least a dozen more swords on it. They land on the northern shore. The logging forests get more dangerous by the day. All of that, and the Durkenvale has redoubled their efforts to take the Earthfire. The last free port we have outside of Swordhaven is on the Isle of Leitris. Most of the Queen's forces are bolstering it. If that falls, Swordhaven might be dealing with raids for the first time in centuries.
You must be... that's astounding to hear. When it rains, it pours. It's all of this at once.
And she's gonna say, yeah, it's unfortunate. Did you hear about that cult trying to destroy the world a few months ago? The Queen committed several hundred forces to stopping them.
Oh, I did hear something about that.
It's hard not to hear about that, in fairness.
But
yeah, we were told to stay away from water, I think.
That's Heimsdale. We're the light against the darkness. We sacrifice so others don't have to. The rest of the Inner Sea might never know what's going on down here.
Well,
in either case, you you tangle yourself with the wrong forces, and when cracks formed, she's gonna shake her head and say, not even the Queen's Knights would be able to keep this one alive. She's gonna say, the spell he was using, pretty powerful arcane magic. That's not something a novice practitioner gets their hands on.
Mm-hmm.
You can trust it'll be looked into.
Yes, I should hope so. As I said, I've given you the information that the child gave us. It would be wise for this to be framed towards him as a learning experience, to try to push him into perhaps a different profession than his father's, or at least different company.
She's going to note,
not that I'm trying to tell you how to do your job, of course. I just...
Vlexor has several complaints lodged with him with the Nirans. Something like this might just be the final pin needed. He might not have he might not have tried to assassinate this person directly, but she'll look towards the kid and say,
might as well have uttered the words himself.
If he complies, we'll have Vlexor in a dungeon not terribly soon.
And if he doesn't?
The kid through the bars will shout, will I get out sooner? I'll comply. And she's gonna say, if he doesn't, well, it won't be very long until I think the portmaster might go to war herself.
I see. Well, I hope for the sake of everyone involved, then, that it ends peacefully. If you'd like, I could set your mind at ease about it, do a reading for you if you're into that sort of thing.
She's gonna shake her hand and say, never one much for trying to peer into my future. Just stresses me out.
Wise. Sometimes the best way to move forward is to not know the way.
In either case, you all kind of unfortunately have the freedom to, well, and I say unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Oh no, we have the freedom to do what we want now?
Yeah.
All right.
with Connell dead, this kid captured, your responsibilities fulfilled. The guard is going to say, so what's next for your traveling circus? I'd love for my little girl to be able to see you all someday.
Oh, I'm sure she will, don't you worry. We're just restructuring a bit, and then we'll be back on the road of fire.
And with that, I'm gonna put the next banner into play. Oh, by the way, the world's worst assassin is resolved. You can both mark 1 point on your help track of you took cover.
Hooray!
And a new banner is in play. Caravans work with caravaneers. Blah, that word always makes me stumble. Your caravan needs several new faces to help it run. Until you get people to help with loading and unloading stuff and collecting goods and managing your bitey camel and serving as guards against bandits and stuff. Everything's just going to proceed a little bit slower when you try and stop in towns and get groups of people together at the marketplace. Just not having the right people to go out and find and bring more people to, you're not going to get as good deals. So as long as this banner is in place, travel takes 30% longer and goods sell for 30% less. If you want to remove it, you can hire 3 new companions, or you can reduce its resolve to 0.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do, as we sort of like bid farewell to our charming guard, is subtly usher Mama Jai aside, still, maintaining austerity for the time being until they're out of eyeshot. Then we're going to break character finally and take a exasperated breath.
Heimsdalian forces always give me the ick.
This entire day has gone pear-shaped already. It was...
Yeah, so much for the party.
Uh,
You don't think
really...
this is a bad omen, do you?
I don't think this is a bad omen. I just think it's a rocky start. I haven't done any readings today, but I wasn't too hard on the child, was I?
Well, he needed some fear put in him.
That's what I thought. I just figured I'd stick to the persona and everything would work out. It always fits easier that way, but...
He was willing to comply. Hopefully it'll set him up for the future. Who knows? Maybe we drop by again and bring him in like I did you.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he needs to run away and join the circus. I don't know if a life as a debt collector is a good one for him. Well, perhaps that's being too forward. I know nothing of his own life.
I'd imagine being a debt collector is no good for anyone.
Ooh. Well, likely good for them.
Maybe we check back in the morning, see if he's complied and been let go.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me, has anybody actually started to befriend Zuzu yet? She's adorable, but she's still... Camel hounds take getting used to.
Who's Zuzu?
I've just decided that the camel hound is named Zuzu.
No, the camel hound has a name. That's Aphrodite.
Aphrodite? Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's the bitey camel hound we've been talking about. That's Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. My bad. I didn't realize it already had a name. Okay, we're rocking with Aphrodite.
The next pet we get will be Zuzu. When I get my cow, it'll be Zuzu.
Okay. I don't know. I thought
this is Aphrodite
for camel hound, but I'll take Aphrodite.
That is a good name, but it's Aphrodite. Yes.
That's fine. We'll go for names ad hoc. I'm just... So, anyways, we'll just pretend I said Aphrodite for all those times.
I think she's warming up to me. Maybe because I bring her snacks, but she only bites me once or twice.
It's right. It's. Three.
2, she likes me better.
Mm-hmm. I treat them as, marks of passage, but I don't know. I don't think she appreciates the way I smell.
Well, the guards gave me some money to get a horse if we want to get a new one, but personally, I'm not fond of horses. I think Aphrodite's fine.
Aphrodite, more importantly, is better suited for being out in the road of fire, anyways.
Exactly. What use is a horse in the desert?
They'd need more water, and we need that water.
Gestures vaguely at the mist that constantly follows me around. I still think I could do something with all this.
I don't want to put you under any pressure with that. I know that you like having that for making sure that you've got, a bit of moisture around for your cooking. It would be too forward, I think, for us to... You'd feel drained, I would imagine, if we had to rely on you for subsistence for that. Alongside, I don't know, horses drink a lot of water, Jai. What are you thinking?
I didn't mean for all of our water. I meant for some extra.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay, we're in charge now. So...
Well, my celebratory mood is completely gone.
How was the rest of it? I missed it while I was busy dealing with our uninvited guest.
Oh, about what you expect. Everyone we know for most of our lives is deciding to give up on the caravan and settle down here in a city that's potentially about to be on the edge of a war. So about as good as you imagine. The food wasn't even great.
Oh, that's surprising. They usually bring out those delightful puff pastries.
Yes, but seafood is always so...
Oh, I forgot. I forgot you're not keen on seafood.
I love fresh food, but it just feels strange to have something so wet.
I'm gonna give you a double take at that.
Hi, me as a person, Somni, I don't eat seafood. I don't know what it tastes like.
Oh, that's fair. That's fine. Sorry, us both just going to shrug and say, well, I still enjoy it. It's not something that we get as much on the road, and admittedly it doesn't preserve as well, but when fresh, it's gorgeous. Melts in your mouth. Still, to each one's own.
Do you want to go back, have some food, and try to celebrate a bit more, or shall we get to work?
No, we should get to work.
Yeah, I think if I have to hear my parents say that I can do this one more time, I'm going to scream.
Oh, well, let's stop that from happening. They do mean it out of love, you know.
You muted, love.
Oh, my bad. Wait, I can't be muted. I'm unmuted.
Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna jump in. And one thing Tales and Twists has, when you emotionally bond with each other and share and talk about your feelings, you get to mark stuff on your help track. So hopefully you make sure you mark something on, or mark one box on your help track. And then you get that second box for the banner being resolved. You mentioned wanting to go and recruit people to start tackling this banner, getting to work. You have potentially 2 options before you. Connell told you of a down on their luck performer who was very willing to take any job they can get. And then you also mentioned this kid is really terrible as a debt collector and an assassin.
I want the kid. I'm just gonna let him have a night in prison.
Yeah, and it does not sound like his father is the best of fathers to him.
No.
So, do you guys want to pick one of the two directions, or if you want to go look anywhere else or have any other ideas, you can, and then we'll pause there.
I'm thinking we maybe do the performer tonight and then see about the kid in the morning.
I couldn't agree more. I think that's a good way to do it because I think we need to let the kid cook for a little bit.
Yeah.
It would be weird if we immediately popped back like, "Hey, want a job instead?"
Okay. So next session we'll pick up meeting Ava. And that will be our session for tonight.
Beautiful.
Yeah, normally we'd play for about just under 3 hours. I think we're just a little bit over 3 hours of like where we would normally end.
Okay.
And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Welcome to Tales and Twist. And anybody watching on stream, you're free to hang out with us. I'm ending the stream. Goodbye.